So what does it mean to be a receiver? And how do we direct what kind of receiver we become? Swedenborg points out an analogy that the same life-giving radiance from the sun is flowing into two plants that would be very different to grab. Same sun, different results. And the difference lies in the makeup and structure of the receivers rather than the energy source. And we humans are receivers as well. God gives human beings two receptive vessels called our will and our understanding. And our will is built to receive goodness and love. Our understanding is built to receive truth and wisdom. These are the elements in us designed to receive what flows out from the divine. And it's a trait unique to human beings that we can choose what kind of receivers we will be. Because God also gives us the gift of free will. Remember, we have a higher self, or an innermost self, that is receiving love and wisdom from God. And we have an outer self, or a lower self, that starts out mostly receptive to things that will serve our self-centeredness. In our personal will and understanding, we are gradually cultivating what we want and how we think. As we looked at in Lesson 3, we have all sorts of influences coming at us, both good and bad. Our life journey is about making choices about which influences we allow to come in and stay. If we consistently choose ego and self-gratification over compassion and service, then things are getting darker in our lower selves. A separated lower self is prone to absorbing selfish and greedy feelings instead of altruistic ones, and false thoughts instead of true ones. To recap, God is only sending out love and wisdom that lead to good feelings and good thoughts. Bam! But we currently live in a human-affected network that's feeding us a mixture of good and bad feelings and true and false thoughts. We get to choose what kind of receivers we want to be. It's like a wireless device. We receive what we're tuned into. And what we're not tuned into properly will either not receive at all or will garble it. If we choose to act opposite to God, we can twist God's love and wisdom into negative feelings and thoughts. But choosing to turn our minds and lives in a better direction, step by step, will gradually tune our minds to those higher heavenly frequencies that angels have fully opened up to. Angels of the central heaven perceive and feel the inflow from the divine distinctly. The more they accept, the more they seem to be in heaven, because they are more fully absorbed in love and faith, in the light of intelligence and wisdom, and in the heavenly joy that results. Okay, now we get where evil comes from. We know that God doesn't create it or want it around, so the question is, what is God doing about evil? We'll answer that in chapter 2.